I'm an Air Force airman. I am a bow hunter. I am a fisherman. I am Mark of all trades.
Welcome back to Mark of all trades. It's 6 a.m. I'm about to go hit the gym, but I had the new VXR, the Mathews Vxr, and this is pretty much like my first day really shooting it after getting it a little dialed in. So I got the target down here about, 30 yards, and I just wanted to sit here and just talk with you guys. And I think one of the big things that I wanted to talk about is doing the right thing. And so with that, I guess the story that I want to talk about is talking about the military base that I work at, their archery range. And so I'm not able to, or they don't have any targets out right now, and I'll tell you guys why they don't in a second. So basically, people had their bows or crossbows, and it's made for everybody, for them to come out there and be able to shoot and maybe even get into the sport of archery. But people were using their broadheads on the targets, and they weren't supposed to be doing that. Obviously, that's like every range, archery range has that rule: don't use broadheads in your targets. Well, some people were missing, and there's wood cutouts that hold the targets in place, and some people were missing, and it was hitting the targets, tearing the targets up, and they're bag targets, Morel bag targets, and ultimately the people who ran it had to shut it down, and they have to come up with a better process of how to run the range, because it was basically on the honor system of, do the right thing, make sure that you're taking care of the range, because it's not only for you, it's for other people. So I'm gonna go get these arrows real quick and I'll continue that story. Yeah, so basically, I tried to go out there and I talked to the range person who runs the range, and I said, hey, is it okay if I go out there with my target and just shoot at my target? And they said, yeah, that's fine, it'll work. And so I went out there yesterday before work, and the grass is super high. And so obviously when you go in the morning, it's gonna be a little dewy, and my socks and shoes were just completely just done. They were so wet. And so I don't think I'm gonna be doing that anymore. So here I am at my local park in the parking lot. I don't even know if I can do this or not, but I tried to get here a little bit early so that it doesn't really bother anybody. So I've been doing that, and it's been working pretty well. But yeah, basically the whole point of that story was just to do the right thing. Make sure that you're following the rules. Make sure you leave it better than what you found it for somebody else. And I think that those are really the rules for success, if you really think about it. So yeah, I just wanted to little rant about that and just pay it forward a little bit, But yeah, when we're talking about that archery range stuff, I think it's important that you do the right thing. And ultimately it trickles down because people failed to follow the rules. Now, and I don't want to sound selfish, but now I can't use the archery range. Now I think the Boy Scouts down the road off base, I think that they use that range as well. And now they can't use it. So it's like everybody has a ripple effect whenever it comes to their choices. And I'm not here to preach by any means, but I know it sounds easy to do the right thing, but there's a lot involved in that. But if you can, try and do the right thing, you know? Pay it forward. Man, this VXR is so cool. I love it. I got it, I think 3 days ago, and I cannot shoot it enough. I think it's just superb. I love the orange strings on it. I think it matches the ambush green really well. I ended up getting the 31.5, and I love it. I was shooting the 28 when I went to the local archery range, and I was like, okay, I'll try the 31. I think it's going to be too big. I'll probably go with the 28. And I shot the 31.5, and the first shot, I just fell in love with it. It was so smooth and so nice. So I know I said it in my last video, but I think all of the miscues that I had on my other bow, it was the bow, it wasn't me, you know? So this bow makes me shoot a lot better. So shout out to Mathews for making such a good product. I think the other thing I wanted to talk about was Cam Hanes. Cam Hanes did a video about, you know what sucks about bow hunting? And I think it's funny because I kind of wanted to do like a sequel to that. I wanted to do part 2 of that, even though I didn't do part 1. But he said, you know what sucks about bow hunting? Or shooting your bow? You know what sucks about shooting your bow? That's what he said. And he said nothing. Nothing sucks about shooting your bow. It's always awesome whenever you get to shoot your bow. And I couldn't agree with that more. I think anytime I shoot my bow, even if I'm having a bad day, when I'm shooting my bow, I have to focus on so much that it just takes away all of the thoughts that I had from the day. And it's so nice. I love it. And even if you're not trying to get into archery to hunt, just shooting a bow just for leisure and, you know, just for your own personal gain, you should give it a try. I think it's super awesome. It's a good stress reliever, and you don't have to, you know, pay a ton of money for a bow. You can get a used bow, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think it'll definitely change your outlook on how you look at things for sure. But yeah, here lately, life's been a little bit of a stressor, and I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling it, especially with everything going on right now. But you know, when you go to work, you got stuff on your mind. When you come home, you got stuff on your mind, and I think Cam Hanes had it right, talking about nothing sucks about shooting your bow. I think you can really learn a lot from that, and you need a stress reliever. You can't always, you know, go to the gym. You can't always, you know, whatever it is your stress reliever is, you should find a couple of those because it's nice to have different avenues that you can go to. And shooting my bow is definitely one of those things. I don't know if you guys watch Seth Feroce either. He's a bodybuilder, and he's got his own supplement company, t-shirt, apparel line, and he's always talking about being a good guy, you know, and I think for him being a massive monster that he is, he's just a huge guy, for him to say that, I think it speaks volumes about his character and who he is, and I think it's very underrated is to be a good guy. You know, society's telling you, you know, you gotta be a monster and you gotta, you know, be the biggest and baddest, and just for him to say that, I think it's true. You need to be a good person. You need to be a good guy. Just wanted to come here and talk to you guys a little bit, and I know I haven't done a video like this before, but I just got this new bow and I wanted to shoot it out a little bit and just, I don't know, just kind of talk with you guys and tell you a little bit about the morals and stuff about life that I'm going through, and maybe some of you guys can relate, maybe some of you can't, but you know, it's just cool to talk about it sometimes, and you know, just talking about it and just letting it out a little bit is always nice. And so if you guys like this video, definitely subscribe. Let me know in the comments what kind of things you guys want me to talk about. I'll probably do a couple more videos like this as well. I'll definitely be shooting the Mathews almost every day. But I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.